Hello children, this is chapter 5 Panchayati Raj part 2. Children, in our previous video we have learned about the local self-government, that is Panchayati Raj system, in which we have learned about the third tier of this system, that is Gram Panchayat. Now we will learn about the importance of Gram Panchayat, why Gram Panchayat is needed. What is the importance of Gram Panchayat? A Gram Panchayat solves local problems. It gives training to people in functioning of democracy. The villagers sit together and cooperate in village welfare works. It also helps to develop administrative and management skills. The people also learn to use their own resources for collective welfares. Many times Gram Panchayat also suffer from shortcoming, such as they do not have enough financial resources or they do not have sufficient funds for their development programs or for their welfare works. Though Gram Panchayat levied taxes, but these are not enough because it does not sufficient for them to fulfill their welfare needs or for their developmental needs. There is also interference in its working by government officials, and many times they have to face dirty politics based on caste and community. Children, the Panchayat Raj system is the lowest level of the democratic government, and it follows three-tier Panchayat system that we have already discussed in the previous part. Children, the Panchayati Raj system is the lowest level of the democratic government. The Panchayati Raj system works at three levels: the Gram Panchayat at the village level, the Panchayat Samiti at the block level, and the Jilla Parishad at the district level. So we follow a three-tier Panchayati Raj system. Above the Gram Panchayat at village level, which we have discussed already in our previous video. So above the Gram Panchayat at village level, there is Prakhand Panchayat or Panchayat Samiti at the block level. A Panchayat Samiti has many Gram Panchayat under it, which means that it has many villages under it. And above the Panchayat Samiti, there is the District Panchayat or Jilla Parishad. So we will understand now what is Block Samiti or Panchayat Samiti. Let's understand what is Prakhand Panchayat or Panchayat Samiti or Block Samiti. Children, there are certain problems of the village that cannot be solved by the village Panchayat. For example, it is not possible for every village to have a large hospital or high school. Therefore, some village panchayats join together to form Block Samiti. Block Samiti act as a link between Gram Panchayat and district, that is Jilla Parishad. It is usually looks after the need of 100 villages. The people of block elect member of the Block Samiti. The block panchayats are grouped to form a Block Samiti or Panchayat Samiti. A Panchayat Samiti usually looks after the needs of 100 villages. So children, the Panchayat Samiti is the middle tier of the Panchayat system. As this is organized at block level, so it is also called Block Samiti. Now let us understand what is the composition of Block Samiti. Sarpanch of all village panchayats are under it. The chairperson is responsible for the daily working of the Samiti, while the vice chairperson looks after the functioning of the Samiti in the absence of the chairperson. Some seats are reserved for scheduled caste, scheduled tribes and backward classes. 1/3 of the total seats are reserved for women. There are members of parliament and members of the legislative, that is Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, that is Vidhayaks. A block development officer, that is BDO, is responsible for carrying out the development plans prepared by the Block Samiti. BDO acts as the secretary of the Panchayat Samiti, and the Panchayat Samiti cooperates and coordinates with the BDO in implementation of the development programs. The tenure of Panchayat Samiti is 5 years. Now let us understand what are the functions of Panchayat or Block Samiti. Panchayat or Block Samiti implements schemes for the development of agriculture, establishment of primary health centers and primary schools, supply of drinking water, drainage, construction or repair of roads, development of cottage and small scale industries and opening of cooperative societies and establishment of youth organization, etc. It also coordinates and supervises the functions of panchayats. Sources of income of Block Samiti. Main sources of income of Block Samitis are taxes on land, cattle fares, houses, etc., grant in aid and loans from the state government. Jilla Parishad. Jilla Parishad is the apex body or the supreme body of the three-tier system of the Panchayati Raj in India. The Jilla Parishad or district board heads the Panchayati Raj system. It functions at the district level in all states. Jilla Parishad is also known as district panchayat. Jilla Parishad or district panchayat comprises the following members. The composition of Jilla Parishad are chairperson of Block Samiti, members of the state legislature, members of the parliament, important officers such as the district collector, district judges and district police officers. Some seats are reserved for scheduled tribes and backward classes, and 1/3 of the total seats are reserved for women. Functions of the Jilla Parishad. It supervises the working of the block samitis and panchayats. It advises the state government on the working of the Panchayati Raj system. It approves the budget of the block samitis and distributes funds among them. It supervises the working of the community development projects formed by the block samitis and the projects under the 5 years plans. It monitors the agricultural production of that area and undertakes minor irrigation projects. It builds, maintains and inspects primary and secondary schools, hospitals, dispensaries and primary health centers. It establishes and maintains cooperatives. It establishes and maintains cooperatives and promotes industries and arts. It acts as a link between the Panchayat Samitis and the state government. So children, functions of the Jilla Parishad are mostly supervisory and advisory in nature. It has no executive functions and has no funds of its own. Our constitution directs the government to organize panchayats, the Jilla Parishad, the Panchayat Samiti and the Gram Panchayats. All have a common goal, that is development of people under their area and with resources available. So the idea is to promote people's participation in the local administration.